Hi friends, welcome to Black Cat Folk Magic. All kind people are welcome here. How's everybody doing out there? Some tough times, huh? Hope everybody's hanging in there and doing well, and or as well as can be expected. And let's just do an open reading and get some messages that Spirit wants to tell us, okay? As always, I have 3 groups to choose from. We have group 1 with the Sun. We have group 2 with the Lovers. And we have group 3 with the 6 of Pentacles. Before you choose, you can go ahead and choose if you want to. The timestamps are down in the description. But I'd like to share with you a story of hope, an uplifting story, okay? When I was a teenager in the 1990s, I used to hang out with my friends in this little vegetarian restaurant in Knoxville, Tennessee, in the old city. It was in a basement space, and it was called the All Night Eggplant. And my friends and I used to hang out there, and I think they tried to have poetry readings there, and try to make it a hangout. I'm not sure if anybody else hung out there, but we did. And that's when I started reading tarot to my friends when I was a teenager. And just recently, at the ripe old age of 46, I got a job reading tarot professionally in a salon right upstairs from the All Night Eggplant, where I used to hang out and do very rudimentary readings for my friends when I was a teenager. And if 16-year-old me knew that this was going to happen, she would be beside herself with joy. So it took me a long time to get there. That's a lot of years. That's 30 years. Where I had a lot of hardship, I had a lot of struggle. I didn't know if I would ever read tarot again. I didn't know if what my life was going to be like. And still I made it. So my message to you is don't ever give up. Don't. Because we have this idea in our head of what life is going to be. And sometimes it comes out so much better than that. And I just wanted to share this message of hope with you, because I feel like we all could have a little hope right now. It's tough times. All right. As I said, your timestamps are down in the description, and I'll see you in your reading. Hey there, Group 1. You chose the Sun, and we're just doing an open message today to see what Spirit wants to tell us. I'm going to start with an oracle card. Actually, I just heard take 2, so we're going to take 2. How about that? Trust. Ancestors. So, if you listen to the message that I just gave, the message of hope I just gave, I forgot to say that when I woke up the morning of my meeting that I was going to have about this job and if I was going to get it or not, I found a buffalo nickel on my floor. I don't have any change. I don't keep change. But there was a buffalo nickel on my floor, and I felt like there's somebody who's watching out for me. There's somebody who is bringing this abundance to me, or is leading me on a path to this abundance, okay? So I'm seeing that you should expect something sort of like that. I mean, I know that signs, we can't really expect what they're going to be. But trust. Somebody's looking out for you, okay? Somebody's trying to help you get to the sun. All right, let's start in on your tarot. See what's going on. Oh my gosh. Well, 10 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Wow, friend. I wish this was my pile. 5 of Swords. Strength. This is kind of my pile, actually. And the Empress, it absolutely is. So, yeah, it's actually what I said in the beginning. Somebody, spirit, an ancestor, somebody is looking out for you. And they want you to reach these things. They want you to have the 10 of Cups, which is ultimate emotional fulfillment. It is home, it is family, it is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. 2 of Cups. It's a perfect love match. I mean, it can mean different things, but in this is what I'm really seeing. And you know, I think there's been a lot of challenges in your life. And maybe there have been so many challenges that you thought, well, these things aren't meant for me. And they're saying, oh, yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. Do not count yourself out. Do not count yourself out. I know that sometimes it can get so discouraging when, you know, you try to make the best life for yourself and you work really, really hard and nothing seems to work out. But so often that's redirection. You know, it's Spirit saying, I know that looks good, but I promise you there's something so much better down the path. So Spirit is saying, please hang in there. Please do not give up. Because I'm going to have you sitting pretty, okay? I'm going to have you sitting in a way that you're going to look around and be like, how is this even possible? It's so much better than I ever dreamed. Because, you know, sometimes we sell ourselves short in our dreams. We think, you know, happiness is for other people. Success is for other people. Love is for other people. And Spirit is saying, absolutely not. It's for you too. You can absolutely have this. Ten of Clubs. 8 of Swords. And the Chariot. Yeah, I need you to move away from that victim mentality, is what I'm hearing, or that mentality where it's like, nothing ever works out for me. I'm just meant to settle. If you let yourself sink into that mentality, and I know how tempting that is. I know how tempting that is because when it doesn't work out yet again, you're so tired. You're so tired and you just can't fight anymore. And you're like, I just am gonna, you know, stay home in my pajamas and watch Netflix my whole life because clearly none of my ambitions are meant to come true. And Spirit is saying, that is not true. That is not true. And as soon as you walk away from that way of thinking, things will start opening up for you. Doors will start opening up for you. You are destined to have this sun. You are destined to have this 10 of Cups, okay? So it's coming your way, I assure you. But I need you to trust that you're being looked out for. Trust that your destiny is far better than anything you could ever imagine. And just start walking on your path. Just start walking toward things that feel good and light and happy. All right. Well, I hope this helped you, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Hey there, Group 2. You chose the Lover's card. Okay. Let's see what message Spirit has for you today. Let's get you an oracle card. We have Guardian Angel. I laughed because the last group's oracle card was Ancestor. So, you know, I kind of feel like sometimes those can be the same things. and intuition. Okay. Let's get your tarot. What's coming in for you? What message does Spirit want to say to you? We have the Five of Pentacles. Is this going to be the same as group 1? We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Three of Wands. Man, there are some new starts coming your way. I feel like one of these new starts is born out of the desire to not feel the way you feel anymore. You're like, I don't know how to fix this. I know that I'm unhappy. I know I'm feeling unsettled. I know that my heart is broken, whatever it is, right? I'm tired of this job. I'm tired of being sad all the time, whatever it is. And if you look for it, there's the offer of a new start coming. Okay? There's another new start coming, but that comes out of a partnership. And I don't think it's at all a romantic partnership. I think it's a work partnership, a collaboration on a project. Perhaps you and somebody else come up with a really good idea together and start a business, something like that. But you are definitely going places. There is a lot of movement ahead of you, and you're going to go ahead with a clear mind and a clear heart, okay? It's almost like wiping the slate clean. And that's not to say that you need to, run away from everything you know and love. But it is to say that you do need to let the failures go. Everybody has failures. That's the way we succeed. We cannot succeed without failure. And anybody who says that they always win, they're lying. I mean, I have been, kicked off the ladder and fell off the ladder and slid off the ladder and and pushed off the ladder and over and over and over and over again. But what am I going to do? Just sit at the bottom of the ladder and think what could have been? No, I'm going to try again. I'm going to keep going. And that's what Spirit is saying here. Keep going, because something really good is coming up. This is very similar to group 1, so if that resonated with you, feel free to check it out. Oh, you're definitely, the Lovers, the Two of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, you're definitely the Fool. You're definitely trying to make up your mind which way to go. And the advice here is the thing you haven't tried, the way you haven't tried yet. Maybe there's a way that you have been tempted to go and you sort of had your sights set on it, but you chickened out for some reason, or you talked yourself out of it like it wasn't prudent, or, it's different for everyone. But Spirit is saying, it's time to take a risk. It's time to try that thing that makes you always wonder, what if, okay? I really wish you the best of luck. I am eager for you to get there. I'm eager for you to drop this burden of the past, of everything that happened, and just take this leap of faith, okay? And let me know how it goes. Let me know what comes out of it. All right, I wish you the best of luck. I hope this helped you, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Hey there, Group 3. You chose the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of reciprocity and charity and receiving and giving and, yeah. So let's see what message Spirit has for you today. I'm going to start with an oracle card. Yay! Abundance. Okay, take another one. I was told. Innocence. I'm eager to see how those relate to each other. All right, let's get your tarot. We have the King of Wands. We have the King of Swords. My goodness. We have the Five of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles. How is this even possible? And we have the Five of Pentacles. Wow. You know, this Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles energy, that's something that was in all three of these readings. So if they resonate with you, if, you know, you like their card, go check it out if you want to. There might be a message in there for you. We'll see. So, abundance, innocence. Okay, so I just heard a message that said faith in yourself. I feel like you're someone who is generally passive, maybe, historically. You've been passive. It's easier for you to ask permission than ask forgiveness. And Spirit is saying, not now. This is a time to get over this hump that you're in, to get over this, you know, obstacle. This is a time where you need to take action, where you need to trust yourself, and where you need to ask forgiveness rather than for permission. A lot of us, you know, even as adults, even when we're 30, 40, 50 years old, we're thinking, in the back of our heads, whether we realize it or not, we're thinking about, if I make this choice, will I get in trouble? Just because that's the way, you know, our brains were trained to think when we were children, right? If I do this, will I get in trouble? So if I do this, will I get in trouble with the law? If I do this, will I disappoint my parents who may not even be living anymore, or who know that they have a full-grown adult and don't care what you do as long as you're not hurting anybody else or yourself, you know? But old habits die hard, don't they? And but Spirit wants to remind you that you're in a time in your life when you're welcome to sit in your full power, and Spirit encourages you to do so. Kings are also about things that happen outside of you. So we're talking about the King of Pentacles, which is earthy energy, things that have to do with things that you can touch, money, your home, your land, things like that. We have the King of Swords, intellect, decision making. For some people, you might be training to be a surgeon. You know, I am reading for the collective here. It could be different for everybody. The King of Wands, this is fiery gut energy. This is taking your passions and letting them lead you. So, you know, with this Five of Swords, this Five of Pentacles, I'm seeing a lot of energy blocking these king energies, where it's like you may feel, because of things that have happened in the past, disappointments in the past, maybe you feel a little blocked from taking power. Maybe you feel a little afraid of taking power. And Spirit is saying, now's the time. Now's the time to start sitting in your own power. Let's get some more tarot cards. We have Knight of Cups. We have Eight of Pentacles. We have Temperance. We have Justice. Yeah. So, the good news is, because you were so well disciplined in terms of, you know, not being impulsive and that kind of thing, that it's going to be really hard for you to mess it up when you are. Because even if you're impulsive compared to how you usually are, compared to impulsive people, you're probably not. You're probably well measured, right? And so there, you know, with this Temperance card, I think you're going to do very well leading yourself in this new phase of your life. I don't think there's any danger of you getting a taste of this power and going power crazy, you know? So we have the Knight of Cups here, which often is talking about a message that's coming in, something to do with the emotions, but it's followed here by the Eight of Pentacles. And so this could be an opportunity to change jobs. This could be an opportunity to do the career that you really want to do, that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you felt like, I'm too old now, I'm too grown up, I can't make it as an artist now. I can't make it as a musician now. I can't, you know, it's too late. And Spirit is saying, that's not true. Okay, unless you let it be true. It's all up to you now. If you decide, I'm a musician at heart, that's who I am. I'm an artist at heart, that's who I am. I'm a dancer at heart, that's who I am. And you pursue it like there's no other option. It will go well. I'm not saying that, you know, you can quit your job and do that full time or anything, but it'll give you a level of satisfaction that's really important. You know, the outcome's going to be different for everybody. But, you know, you weren't given those gifts to just ignore them or just to put them away for a job at the bank. You know what I mean? Make room for them. Don't treat them as an afterthought. Don't treat them as a second choice. Try to build more of your life around that part of yourself. The part of yourself that loves to live instead of lives to pay the bills, you know? Okay. Well, I hope this helped you, and I will see you next time. Take care.